While lawmakers in Washington continue to question the Trump administration's future plans for Venezuela, the Senate is a step closer to passing a war powers resolution to prevent the president from taking any further military action against that country. Fox's Rebecca Castor with that story.
5 days after U.S. Special Forces captured Venezuela's illegitimate leader, Nicolas Maduro, without notifying Congress.
The yeas are 52, the nays are 47. The motion is agreed to.
5 Republicans joined Democratic senators on a test vote to support a war powers resolution, restricting further military action in the region.
We Democrats are fighting to prevent military adventurism in Venezuela and other countries and endless wars.
It's an important message to everybody in the country that war is an important thing and should be discussed.
Lawmakers briefed by the Pentagon were told there are currently no U.S. troops in Venezuela, but soldiers and ships will remain in the Caribbean and surrounding countries indefinitely.
This is about stability. It's not about occupation. We're about preventing chaos, restoring order, protecting strategic interests.
Those strategic interests include Venezuela's rich oil reserves, which President Trump says the U.S. will take over, starting with 30 to 50 million barrels, an amount that would take at least 2 to 4 days to produce in the U.S.
Is there interest to buy Venezuelan crude at American refineries? Absolutely. But there's interest in Europe and Asia and all around the world.
Friday, President Trump will sit down with American oil executives to talk about opportunities in Venezuela. But while that war powers resolution may have support in the Senate, it's unlikely to get past Republicans in the House. In Washington, Rebecca Castor, Fox News.